welcome to Night Views with SYL ABDUL and C-LOS, where we touch on the latest in NFL storylines, basketball, professional, collegiate, whatever's hot. That's what we try to do. Again, we here when I'm talking sports. Always got the main man Carlos here. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, man? Chilling, man. It's been an interesting day of football today, man. It's been a little crazy, but we here, bro. We here. We finally here. All these weeks, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, we took a little fall break, but we can't stay away too long. It's NFL season, so we gotta be over here,
Yes,
talking
sir.
the latest. And right now it's Sunday night football. Bengals at Chargers. Y'all see this potential massacre going on. We're gonna get our thoughts on this. We decided to jump in here during the game, so if something pops off, we'll touch on it. But we also gonna do a little recap of Sunday NFL games and some standout NBA stuff as well too. So that's what's on the agenda. Now, first off, shout out to everyone watching this over there on X Twitter. It's really been a really cool viewership on Sundays for both of our platforms, right? So shout out to y'all that's checking this out on Twitter, man. The best way to support this show is wherever you're watching it from. If you're on Twitter, repost it, comment under it, engage with it. That goes a long way for us. And then if you're catching this on the YouTube channels, we got the SYL ABDUL Sports channel, the Night Views Podcast channel, the official channel, and we got Real Talk Carlos platform.
Yes,
on
sir.
YouTube, all links in the description. So check us out wherever y'all see us. So, hey, let's just start with this, Carlos, man. Chargers, you see their record 6-3. They're not too far away from the Chiefs now. The Chiefs took an L earlier, right?
I know, man.
So, what do you make of this, though, what they're doing?
So this is interesting. Is this more that the Chargers are this good or that the Bengals are this bad? That's my question trying to see this game, because it seems like they're in quicksand. They keep on making like the same mistakes and they're trying to like get out of it, and they make a little run, then all of a sudden the Chargers just stomp on them and just keep the lead going. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's mainly that the Bengals are this bad, or that the Chargers are really like a team we need to worry about in the
I'm leaning towards, because like the Bengals, hey, they have all the explosive offense that you need. The Bengals do. Joe Burrow is for real, right? We know he's put in work, knock out the Chiefs, before as well. So we know the Bengals offense is good. Now their defense is trash. Bengals defense is trash. We've seen this. So I'm giving more credit to this though, is that you're holding down Burrow and Jamar Chase, who's arguably the best receiver, or 1A, 1B with Justin Jefferson in the league. You're holding that down. T. Higgins is playing. So they got all their weapons. And we got a breakaway run here. They're trying. But you hold them to 6 points in the first half. To answer your question in a long-winded way as possible, I'll give them more credit to the Chargers for this. Okay. I think the Chargers are legit. I say playoff level. It's still too early. We're before Thanksgiving. I can't anoint any team right now.
Yeah.
Gotta get to Thanksgiving and probably even a week after that.
Yeah.
Then I could be like, okay, you really that team, right? The Chargers are a playoff caliber team. I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I feel that. I feel that they can definitely make some noise if they stay healthy, of course. But yeah. Yeah, I think they can make some noise this offseason or this playoff season.
Well, I look at the Chargers. They've had a decent defense, for years. You had a good pass rush, though. Khalil Mack is out tonight. You still have Joey Bosa, who plays like 4 games a year, right? So this is one that he's playing. Injuries is a thing for them. But Justin Herbert, I've been really hard on him. Quarterbacks like him, Trevor Lawrence, those guys that's like in that Baker Mayfield. It's like, are you really that dude? You're probably not that dude. Props to Baker Mayfield, though. His whole team is injured. His whole team is like destroyed, and he's still balling. So props to Baker Mayfield. But Trevor Lawrence ain't that dude. And so I'm looking at Justin Herbert. I'm like, are you like in this mediocre class or not? And he's balling out. Much props, much respect to him.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, I gotta have him on my fantasy league, so like he's been good to me these last couple of weeks, man. So yeah.
Gotta give up to the fantasy team. I got a bye week in the fantasy views
Yes,
uh, uh,
sir.
fantasy league that Carlos is heading up, officially sponsored by the SYL ABDUL Sports Network. For sure, for sure. So I get to lay back this week, kind of watch y'all duke it out.
It's
You
been a rough
know,
season, man. Like we set up our teams and it's like Sunday comes and all of a sudden everybody's hurt, man. It's been tough. It's been tough.
it's rough. The injuries is a tough thing for sure, for sure. So yeah, I'm ready to kind of say though, like let's talk about the Chargers. I'm saying that, hey, I think they really are again. They're going to be getting like 9, 10 wins, this
Yeah.
year, and I think they're going to do their thing. Now, on the Bengals side, let's see, they trying to get a touchdown now. This game ain't over yet because, like I said, I believe in the Bengals offense. It's 27-6 now. I'm just saying. Like if the Bengals score,
Yeah.
like
It's
it's
definitely
really
still
over.
early. It's
It's
definitely still
early,
early.
and Joe Burrow right now, 14 to 24, under 150 yards. Pedestrian. They got a running game going. Not enough of Jamar Chase going on. If he has 6 targets already, he should already be over like 75 yards, and he doesn't. So the offense is kind of struggling right now for the Bengals. Now,
I feel like that's been a trend for the Bengals where it's like, you know, they can't just get it all together. Like, you gotta chase, having games like this really that he just can't, like, he doesn't show up. And I know a lot of
so
it is, Barrow has to throw it to him, but
um, this is the thing. Like, I'm trying to understand this play calling. Like, they're first and goal, they running with Brown. It's like okay, but like, let's just throw it in there and get a touchdown, man. Like, let's
yeah.
not get cute. You know, again, we're going to highlight a few other, just some of the big matchups, this week. So we won't have time to cover every single team, but we'll probably do some, honorary shout outs for a couple of teams. But with the Bengals, they're just bad play calling right now. I don't know what they're doing in the red zone right now. It's like just bad execution right now. And with the Bengals, when they have a 4-6 record,
Yeah.
it gets to a point. It's like, okay, is this team just, in your eyes, did it just regress? Because they've been a solid playoff team for like 3 years straight. Again, they went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They challenged for another year. So,
Yeah.
like, they just regressed. That's what it's looking like, right?
I felt like after the whole Chase situation, Jamar Chase situation with not paying him and not doing this, like it just seems like a lot of people on that team aren't bought in to like what that team stands for. So it's like you have one week where they're all cohesive, they're all together, and then you have weeks like this where it's just like, what team are we getting out there? It's kind of hard to watch, especially with how good they've been in the past. But yeah, it's something weird. It's something in the air over there in Cincinnati that we're just not seeing what's going on over there.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, it's like in the red zone. It was first and goal. They threw every pass like short of the end zone. So it's fourth
Yeah.
and goal now. I don't know,
I
man.
I honestly think also because
Oh, Chase is in. This is the update. Bengals, Jamar Chase touchdown. Still got a game. Still got a
yeah,
game.
so with seeing Barrow with this wrist situation each week, I feel like we have a new story about, oh, his wrist, and it's like if he's hurt, as a coach, sit him down, let him heal, and then bring him back. You're forcing him on here, and he's throwing these, like you're saying, these short passes and stuff. If it's really his wrist that's messed up, have him sit out, let him rest. I mean, Tua has come back for like 5 concussions, and we're still hearing about Joe Burrow's wrist. I mean, I think it's time to let him rest and heal up. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I can feel that. I can feel that. I think, man, like I said, the Bengals, they're going to keep fighting. We're going to circle back to this game if they really challenge this, because the Chargers may just waste the rest of this quarter, kill the clock, and that's just their style. Jim Harbaugh style, right? So we'll see. We'll see what that. But there's a couple other games this week that I think stood out, worthy of night views, highlighting it. And really, just for this week, it's been a couple good games. If we jump back to Thursday, there was a pivotal matchup in the NFC East.
This was a crazy game. This was
I gotta say, up to this point with the Commanders, like, were you kind of like buying the hype of Jaden Daniels? And like, I mean, he's been putting in work, but was it some fool's gold with that, or what do you think?
No, honestly, with this team, so I know when we first started it, I had, I don't mean to pour some salt in your wounds here, but I had the Bears as my dark horse, and the Washington, Washington really surprised me and took that dark horse chain away from the Bears and put it on, and I'm a full believer. Like I was this close of hanging it up for the Dolphins and just supporting the Commanders for the rest of the season.
I mean, the Commanders, and like I said, though I am a lifelong Bears fan, I am a realist. I know we are a year away from really being serious out here. And we got coaching problems. We just fired the offensive coach. There's a lot of things going on with the Bears, but Jaden Daniels doesn't seem to have those coaching problems. Now, they did drop a couple games, I think, in a row here, but they're still in prime position, to challenge for the playoffs. May not win a division against the Eagles here. And really, let's kind of give a little more love to the Eagles here. The talent on the Philadelphia Eagles roster is kind of insane if you think about it. Jalen Hurts, a Super Bowl level quarterback, right? We've seen him perform. Saquon Barkley, arguably the best running back now in the league. You got probably the best tandem receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith in the league. Yeah. Goddard, tight ends, top 5. Decent defense as well. The Eagles are really that good. I mean, do you buy that?
I mean, I do buy that, but I want to say this with caution. It's crazy to me that the worst person on that team is the person that they need the most to be his best, and that's Jalen Hurts. You name these great players, but all of them do not work right without Jalen Hurts. So if Jalen Hurts is having a bad day, is when you start seeing the rest of the team fall apart. So Jalen Hurts needs to be perfect for this team in order to win a lot of these games, especially big games. And we've seen Jalen Hurts freeze under pressure time and time again. So this is just me cautiously saying, we've seen this before. Can we see it when the light is brightest? That's where I'm at with it right now.
With Jalen Hurts, like, yes, he can be prone to make mistakes. Probably not every game. Like this past game, no turnovers, right? He accounted for over 250 yards all-purpose, 40 yards running, 18 out of 28. So decent stats for your quarterback. Don't turn it over. Give it to your playmakers. As far as, he spreads it around with A.J. Brown, Goddard, Devontae Smith, as I mentioned. But Saquon Barkley had like 200 yards all purpose. So
it's crazy.
That definitely helps.
Running backwards. That's what he's doing.
that hurdle backwards for last week was nuts. Like, this dude,
crazy.
To see Saquon healthy, to be honest, he didn't really have that healthy multiple seasons with the Giants, right?
Yep.
We knew he had the talent, but here with the Eagles, they don't have to count on him every game, but he can just take over. Like the Eagles, what I'm saying is that the Eagles, I think, are really for real 8-2, so they're just a game behind the Lions for the best record in NFC. I'm buying the hype with the Eagles now, but again, yes, if the wrong Hurts shows up, then that can be doomed for him.
And it's like you said, like obviously, yes, they're winning games right now. They're looking really good. But to me, it's like we've seen this, and we've seen them go to a point to where almost being undefeated and then fold that first, game in the playoffs, first 2 games in the playoffs. So that's why, it's before Thanksgiving. I'm giving them their props, but it's like a little asterisk on the side. And what's crazy about it to me is that, like, the way that they utilize Saquon is like the team across the pond, the Ravens, why aren't they using that same aspect with Henry? And I feel like me and you have these conversations about Derrick Henry every week. You would think, right, that everyone in the world knows that you must play through Derrick Henry, and it's like they're just not getting it. They're just not getting it.
Yeah, with the Ravens would definitely touch on that with that game and the Steelers, which it really showed the same, like I said, the same conversations we have with the Ravens every week. And with the Eagles, like you said, they got the memo. Feed Saquon Barkley, and as we said on the NFC playoff picture right now, as I mentioned, the game behind the Lions. I have to double check the schedule if they even play each other or something, but that'd be interesting. But right now, you got that. You got the surprising Cardinals, Falcons. Those are all division leaders there. And then wild card, Vikings, Packers. NFC North is amazing. My Bears are just not ready for that conversation right now because everyone else has their quarterback. They're ready to go. And then we mentioned the Commanders, which, they look good right now, the Commanders. But you got the Rams right there. You got whoever doesn't win that NFC West division is going to be right on their heels, right?
Yeah.
For that playoff spot. So if I'm going to this venture, because again, you still got the Niners fighting in there. Let's say better chance, Commanders, because I think the Eagles will win that division. NFC East. So Commanders, you're fighting for a wild card spot. I think the Vikings and Packers are going to stay pace to get those spots. Commanders, that last spot, more likely for them to get it or one of these veteran teams to catch them. If you put money on it, Carlos, like, I can see the Rams, whoever doesn't win the NFC West.
Yeah.
Now the Niners just lost, right? I didn't have that in the agenda, but 49ers, they're not, at their full superpowers now, but it's like they're still the Niners and they're still not Thanksgiving. So what I'm saying though, Carlos, like let's say the Cardinals or Rams kind of jump and win that division. I'm not going to bet out the Niners to take over the Commanders, right? I'm just saying, if I put money on it, I don't know.
So you're saying to have the Niners take that spot from the Commanders? Is that what you're saying?
Because okay, NFC West, you got the Cardinals up here, right? 6-4.
Yeah.
I don't think that lead is secure because you have the Rams just a half a game behind, Seattle and Niners all a half a game behind, or a game behind, however they can put it. Whoever doesn't win that division, I think will take that 7th spot. Is basically what I'm saying. So, let's say the Rams, because if I'm gonna any Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, Niners, I think the Rams are going to jump up and overtake the Cardinals. So they'll push out the Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks. They're going to be fighting to get that 7th spot.
I'm gonna sound biased here. I mean, well, not biased because they're different sides of the spectrum here. But with this list that I'm looking at, I can definitely see the way Tua is igniting the Dolphins again. It's a long road, but seeing Tyreek Hill change a motor these last 2 weeks and catching all everything that's being thrown at him again, being the Tyreek Hill that we know. I personally don't trust the Rams like to be that team to make that big of a run, because I feel like every week we don't know what team of the Rams we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the team we got this weekend that balled out, or are we gonna get the ones that are they don't know what they're doing out there, they're overthrowing or underthrowing, so it's tough for me. It's really hard for me to really go against the Commanders. I know they're on kind of a slump right now, but it's I don't know, man. I something is telling me the Commanders are going to still keep surprising us, because it's crazy to see how everyone on that team really is bought in on Jalen Daniels. Like coaching staff, everyone, even their linemen, everyone on the team is bought in on on Jalen Daniels, and that takes the team very far.
And it's about the quarterback, right? And
Yeah.
you know, that's any team. If it's like you need a tiebreaker thing to decide whatever team, I look at the quarterback first.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels, would you rather now? Matthew Stafford is that guy. Right? I'm not going to even picture. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Of course,
put
yeah.
up the numbers. So it's like, but you saying like the Rams overall, like will their defense be there? Will Puka Nakua stay healthy, or Cooper Kupp, or
exactly?
So a lot of things can happen with the Rams, but so I'm gonna put the Rams over here. I mean, they got the veteran quarterback. I know they can put it together if they're healthy.
Yeah.
Seahawks. Would you rather have Jaden Daniels or Geno Smith?
Jalen Daniels,
right?
110%.
The Brock Purdy or Jaden Daniels? I'd rather have Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Jaden
and that's no slide towards Brock Purdy, because with what Brock Purdy has done with what he's had, because it first of all, what happened to Ayuk? Like, is he even in the league anymore? Like,
he's out for the year. He did get hurt. Yeah, he's out for the year.
Yeah, but when he was,
yeah.
Even when he was in the league, you would think he was hurt in the beginning of the season, because it's like he never showed up. And you know, I
got you with that. But like with Brock Purdy, and this isn't a diss on Brock Purdy. I'm just saying, because even Geno Smith's been playing, playoff worthy football for the last couple of years. He's been making it to the playoffs. So it's not a diss. I'm saying Jaden Daniels, I think, is really that good. I think he's really that good. So if you're saying I got to pick between these teams, like the Niners, they're dropping too many games before Thanksgiving. They just are. There's no guarantee they're going to make the playoffs this year. We said as far as the Rams, again, I think if the Rams stay healthy, I think they're going to figure it out. But Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Would you rather him as a quarterback or Geno Smith and Brock Purdy? I'd rather have Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how close this division is. It's got to be, okay, who am I going to rock with in the NFC West? And like I said, we talk about the Rams. We'll see if they figure it out. Kyler Murray is the other quarterback in that division that I would take him over most of the other quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's just what it is. That's how close it gets. But again, we are way too early because this is before the Thanksgiving game. Now, not to alarm everyone, the Bengals just scored again. I'm just saying.
I feel like the more we talk bad about them, the more they start playing. I think that's what they need.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, their offense is high potent. We have one over the top. I got a highlight here. T. Higgins. He's one of the best number 2s in the league.
Yeah.
They just don't pay him. I don't know why they're not paying him, but the Bengals are explosive. We said this on the offset. Now, this is a game. This is a game now. This is crazy.
Down a touchdown. That's nuts.
This is crazy. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. We're going to see what happens as this game ends. We picked an interesting time to start the show during this potential huge comeback of the Bengals. There's some good highlights there, that T. Higgins. So we'll see how that game shapes up. Still got plenty more to talk about with that game, but as they get that together, let's jump to another game I want to highlight while we're talking here. Let's see. Let's go to the Baltimore conversation here. Now, 16-18, the first thing that jumps out to me is you kind of got to start on the Ravens side. This was Lamar Jackson's worst performance of the season. And that's saying something with their Raiders game and things that they lost before, but 16 of 33. Okay, so you're talking about is less than 50% completion percentage. 250 yards all purpose. He had 46 on the ground. Turnovers, missed throws. Derrick Henry, only 13 touches. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know.
Listen, man. I had a 10-leg parlay Still, do you know how tough a 10-leg parlay is?
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
you already
listen
know.
to me. Everything on that parlay hit except Derrick Henry getting I think it was over 52 yards or something like that, rushing
Oh, that's rough.
yards against
That's
the
rough.
Steelers. Like, are you
I mean,
kidding me?
The Steelers ain't no slouches. I mean, well, he got 65 rushing yards. I don't know. Maybe you had him like on a combo or something, or if he got
Well,
receiving
I
yards.
had that, and then it was I got the touchdown. I think here I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up to give you the exact. I'm
I mean, this
positive.
is still too low. 13 carries for Derrick Henry is too low. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the Ravens like were calling. Did they just didn't trust their run because the pass wasn't going good either? So I don't know. A little confused. And this seems to be a reoccurring thing for the last couple of years with the Ravens. When you got Lamar Jackson at his full powers,
Yeah,
like Lamar Jackson is that dude.
it was 80 yards rushing. He needed to hit.
No, guys, he only got
Yeah,
65, and again, he only
yeah.
had 13 attempts. So
Like
I
like
mean,
that to
five
me
a
is
pop.
nuts. It's
I mean, you should
nuts.
give him 20 carries. You got 100 yards right there. So it's like, why are we limiting Derrick Henry? Um, I don't get that. I mean, yeah, save him for the playoffs. I mean, the Ravens, they're going to make the playoffs. This is a division
Yeah, yeah.
game. Just like they lost to the Browns earlier. Like, these teams know each other. The Bengals, they had two close games with them. So the Steelers are going to get one. It's just the way the Ravens lose some of these games. It's like, okay,
When they lose them, they lose them. Like it's not just like little here miss it. No, when they lose a game, they really you're just like, what team is this? You know?
are we? So I showed Lamar's stats, and I
Mm.
still think he's like MVP level every year. But are we blaming him for these losses? Like you had the Raiders loss, you had the Browns loss earlier. In
um,
your opinion, is this on Lamar?
no, not anymore. Not anymore. Because when comes to shove in these last games that they've lost, Lamar has been the one who shows up. I'm gonna. I mean, we've said it. It's the coaching. So, something's going on that the coaching. I think we could coach this team better. So if we got together, because it's like I don't know what they're trying. They're like trying to fake everybody with not running Derrick Henry, but it's hurting them at the same time by not running Derrick Henry. It's like the most backwards thing I've seen. I really try to analyze and see like what they're trying to do, and it just doesn't make sense to me like how they're running this team.
I mean, 13 touches for Derrick Henry. Like it should be 20 minimum that this guy gets every game. And like you said, it's almost like they're trying not to give him the ball, like on purpose.
Yeah, yeah, and I get it. You know, you have the run game with Lamar, what it may be, and you're trying to make them, now a little bit of a passing threat. But when you got a guy like Flowers who's dropping wide open passes, I mean, dude, like, come on now. You have the best running back in the league. Use that man. I honestly don't know how else to say it. Still,
Yeah, it seems to be the same story every time we come in here when the Ravens lose. We got the same story, and I think this is going to bite them in the playoffs, like where they're going to try to outthink the defense. Oh, you think we're going to give it to Derrick Henry? Psych, like you're losing when you do
it,
that.
it's nuts. And then like in key moments in the game, they were trying to do like a fakeroo with Hill, and you're just like, why? I think they were like it was like third and goal, and they gave it to Hill instead of giving it to Henry, who can break a wall. Like honestly, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Well, one thing I guess does make sense is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why are they winning? You got,
Yeah,
potential Hall of Fame coach Mike Tomlin, who realized, hey, we got to upgrade the entire QB room. Like it's one thing to say I need a new starting quarterback. Mike Tomlin said, no, even though I make the playoffs every year, and if you give me Mason Rudolph, I still will make the playoffs, right?
yeah,
Mitch Trubisky. Like, he makes the playoffs with these quarterbacks. He said, I'm going to upgrade the entire room. Let's dust off Justin Fields. We know he's not, regarded as much coming from our Bears. And talking about dusting off Russell Wilson, people was ready for him to retire.
Yeah.
You go with Russ. Now, he's supposed to take care of the ball. He did have a terrible turnover this game, but they got the running game. They got 2 running backs combined for 100 yards. He called a QB run play with Justin Fields. He put in Justin Fields to run.
Yeah.
and made some key plays with that. And then he has George Pickens, who's a button star receiver. The Steelers, 8-2. Carlos, are you buying the hype for the Steelers? Is this team for real, in your opinion?
I think they are. I think they are for real. Just not in the sense of their quarterback situation, mainly their coaching, but also having Najee Harris. I feel like he's really underrated. With what he's been doing this season, he's really been, blowing it up on the run game. But I can see this to where coaching converts Fields into what they wanted what's his name? Tebow to be.
Okay.
Where
situational, like.
Yes, exactly. And have him run the ball more than throw the ball. Like, throwing the ball for Fields is going to be a last resort as a Steelers player. But I like what I'm seeing from Russ. I think Russ needs a couple more games. I know that's saying a lot. I mean, he's only been the starting quarterback for three weeks so far.
3-4 weeks now, yeah.
Yeah. So I give him a couple more games. We're gonna start seeing him get more comfortable, getting a practice swag. Throwing those long balls that I mean we used to see Russell do. Back in the days. But it's still early too, so it's like you don't want to go all in, but you're definitely another team with the asterisk that you're keeping right here. Like, okay, they can make some noise in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, 8-2 is 8-2, right? And
yeah.
Again, next week is a Thanksgiving week. They play the Browns, a very winnable game in division. The Browns are the Browns. And after that, their schedule going up to Christmas is division: Bengals, Browns. They go visit the Eagles, back to the Ravens, and then the Chiefs on on Christmas Day. That'd be a pretty cool game on Christmas. This Steelers here, I mean, I think they're for real. I think they have obviously the keys to the win the division.
Yeah.
Split with the Bengals. Ravens might come back and thump them, later, in December. But if they go up to Philadelphia, that's a game I'm kind of circling for the Steelers. I think you're going to beat some of your division guys and, you're going to stay afloat. When you go to Philadelphia December 15th,
I'm going
to know. I'm going to know everything I need to know about the Steelers team, I think, by now.
And we might, if the Steelers lose, I mean the Steelers win, just like today, we figured out how to beat the Ravens. I feel like if the Steelers win against the Eagles, we're going to see the flaw that's because to not score a touchdown and still beat a team with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, something is going on. I don't know what it is.
You got to be doing something right if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like you have some kind of formula that you're winning off of.
Yeah.
So I told you, I'm saying I buy what they're doing. I definitely do. But if I'm saying, I mean, yes, they're a playoff team. I think they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
If I'm saying they're contending worthy, I want to see that Eagles game first.
Yeah.
I want to see that game, and hey, then they put up a game and lose by a field goal. Like, hey, okay, they're going to compete. But if they get curb stopped, then it's like, okay, let's be real. Let's gotta be real. Because that's why I say about the Vikings earlier. I was like, I was liking the Vikings. Let's see kind of what you do when they start getting dumped up a little bit. I was like, okay, the Vikings, you're good, but you're not like Super Bowl out here. Like, you're not.
Right. And that's the thing. So, to that comment of not scoring a touchdown. So, imagine if Russ starts throwing touchdowns. on top of how they were getting points today, like they if it's like you're saying, if they beat them that Eagles game, we might see them make some noise this playoff run. So
It'd be interesting. I would not discount him. I would say that for
right,
sure.
don't sleep on them. In other words, yeah, don't sleep on them.
Another game. Let's highlight here again as far as the main game. I'm sure most people are keeping count. Uh, Bengals Chargers. I think we're entering the fourth quarter. It's 27-20.
Mm.
Chargers. Very interesting game shaping up there. Let's see what happens during night views. But another game we want to highlight. I'm so glad. Now, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm so glad the Chiefs lost. I'm so tired of this story
Yeah,
of
he
the Chiefs.
did.
Oh, they
He
find a
definitely
way
a
to
hater, y'all.
win.
He is definitely
Yeah,
a hater.
and it's like I like the Chiefs. I actually like the Chiefs as a story. I like the coaching, but I was like, yo, it's one of those things where it's like this team is not that good. We saw this was 2 years ago, last year with the Eagles. They were
Yeah.
like 9-0, 10-0. I was like, the Eagles are not that good. Like Hurts is turning the ball over. They're just finding ways to win, which is great. But they're not that good this year. This version of this team, I
Yeah.
was talking about the Eagles last year, they're not that good. With the Chiefs, they should have lost about 3 games at this point. So I'm just so
Yeah.
glad they got this locked
Last
out of the
week
way.
game pissed me off. Last week's game pissed me off.
All right, block the field goal. Game like the Broncos, they'll put in the work and they just like let's put them out, put them away. Block field goal. You got Mahomes like he won a Super Bowl last week. Like what in the world? But
Yeah. Running with
but
his hands up, like, come on,
what,
man.
what did you think about this Chiefs Bills game? Was this more of the did you learn more about the Bills, or this is validating hey, the Chiefs? This version of the Chiefs really ain't
I
that good.
honestly, to be real with you, I kind of thought this game was sloppy watching it.
Yeah,
There was a couple turnovers, and then it just like a lot of short throwing passes. Josh Allen not knowing. Well, I will say this: the positive thing that Josh Allen has done is realize that he doesn't need to run it into the end zone every freaking play. He has a guy of the name of Cook who can run the ball. All right. And when he runs the ball, he's gonna give you touchdowns. All right. And
yeah.
that was cool to see. But on the other ends, you can still see that the Bills are still trying to figure out who really is their go-to receivers. With getting Amari Cooper back, well, not back. Well, I guess he was in an
Yeah,
injury,
sure.
but he's still trying to figure out who's the guy he's throwing to. And then with Mahomes, it's like Worthy, I think, needs to get way more reps than what he's been getting. I feel like this he ain't hating, y'all. He ain't.
No, this is the thing. I have people they send me pictures for these stuff, so I'm like, this picture they picked, okay? This wasn't me. This wasn't me hating them. I
but
like the Chiefs actually, but they're not that good this year. I'm so tired of that talk.
yeah,
Undefeated, like they're not that good.
they're not. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? They're trying to do this whole. I understand. I have Kelsey on my fantasy team. He is a great tight end, but the amount of reps that he gets throwing to him than what Worthy is getting on the field, I think they need to switch their game plans a little bit. Like it's too focused on. I think personally,
I'm
yeah.
not hating. That's a check. I'm not
Hey,
hating about you.
Kermit the Frog, Kermit the Frog, man.
The report said the Bills fans hung up a Kermit outside the stadium with a Mahomes jersey pre-game. So I'm just saying that's them hating, man. This Kermit
I
thing.
mean, are they wrong though? Mr. J
Man.
said I'm
Hey,
hated.
I know you hate Mr. J, but he's a Raiders fan, guys. Okay, so come on, let's put that in
Oh, he's a
context.
Raiders fan. Let's go
Yeah, let's put
Dolphins,
that.
baby. Let's go
Let's put
Dolphins,
that.
baby.
Let's put that in context. But no, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I will say this. Like, I think the league has figured out Patrick Mahomes. It
Yep.
just he's being saved by, first off, great coaching
Yep.
and Andy Reid, the staff, and top 3 defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's because Patrick Mahomes today his last 23 or 33, under 200 yards. He did get 3 touchdowns. I mean, those count. But he got 2 interceptions. And he's been turning the ball over crazy this year. All I'm saying is that Patrick Mahomes, I think the league has figured him out, but he's with a Class A organization that's kind of saving his legacy, like his last 2 years. To me, Patrick Mahomes may not be the person that beats you, but this version of the Chiefs right now. It may be overall this team and the defense and the schemes. And he's just saying, okay, I got to make that throw. He's been doing it all year to this game. He didn't make the throw, and the Bills got out ahead of him. So I think, hey, this is what the Chiefs are. Jump on them, don't get behind on them, and then you have a chance to beat them because their offense is not fireworks anymore. It's just not.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Their defense was always the lackluster part of the team, and now it feels like it's carrying them, towards, just like you're saying, towards these victories. And I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy for me to see. Seeing these comments right here, about the refs bailing them out. I think it discredits a lot of how you were saying with Reid as a coach. He has been setting up these schemes to of win or lose situations, and they've been winning most of the time. So I don't know, man. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy season overall for football.
I mean, it's a combination, because again, it's not to discredit any part of this formula of the Chiefs. Mahomes, yes, he's been proven as NFL MVP, Super Bowl MVPs, multiple, so it's not knocking that. I just think the league has caught up on not just him, but most of these quarterbacks. That's why everyone's raving over Lamar Jackson, because no one else is putting up these numbers because the defenses have gotten better, I think. That's just my theory. If people look into it, you'll see how the numbers are this year. It's just not like it was the last couple of years. But so that's one thing. Mahomes is dealing with better defenses.
Yeah.
But you have that coaching, like you said, with Andy Reid. They have a running game. They have like 3 running backs. Pacheco's coming back, I think, next week. You have
they are going
Hall
to be
of Fame.
stacked with running backs.
Yeah. You have Hall of Fame. You have Hall of Fame tight end, Travis Kelce, who is always going to be a problem. But you say with the running game, that's a big thing. You get Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. I think was it Samarja? Was it Kareem? The guy from the Broncos, the pass catching.
Yeah.
So they're loaded in the backfield, right?
Yeah.
So they got that. They traded for D-Hop, which hey, that's like you give the elixir of life there. I think he's going to put up numbers in the playoffs with that. Worthy, they're still not. That's one thing where Andy Reid, he usually figures out these gadget guys. Xavier Worthy, 4.2 speed, right? Combine speed, crazy record. Deion Sanders said they didn't really track him properly. So Deion Sanders said he has a record, but it's unofficial. But Xavier Worthy is probably as fast as Deion Sanders, right? Who's probably the greatest athlete ever. But Reid hasn't really figured out how to, or is it, do you think it's Reid not figuring out, or it's just Worthy, he's not really catching on to like a route tree or something? Or he should be blowing these people away, in my opinion.
No, well, it's funny you bring that up because I was trying to figure out, like, could it be that? But then it's like every time he does catch the ball, like his reaction afterwards, it's like, I've been open, throw me the ball type of feel, So I think it's just working him in. And right now, I mean, with what we just mentioned, they have a lot of weapons. So as Andy Reid, as a coach, like, who do you want to pick and choose? What's been working so far? If I can kind of wait on exposing, Worthy and leave him for the playoffs and stuff like that, I think that's a better route. That's what he's trying to place him in the right spots, use them in different areas when it needs to happen. So
Yeah, and that's gonna be that secret weapon. Like maybe it'll explode when it needs to. Now, speaking of exploding, the Bengals don't adjust your sets.
what the?
As we've been live here with Night Views, Bengals was down 21 points. They have come back and tied the game up live here. That's what we're witnessing uh, here with the Bengals at Chargers. Now, we talk about the potent offense the Bengals has, and how are you only having 6 points in the first half? Then boom, 3 straight touchdowns.
I think the Bengals need to give us the game ball. I think we are the good luck for the Bengals. I think that's what's going on.
Hey, I gotta say, I mean, no one is discounting Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and that's how they're making these plays. And so we have a very interesting fourth quarter live here, and we may have to kind of watch and kind of commentate over it a little bit. But I'm not surprised, Carlos, seeing them just ring out 3 straight touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we've been waiting for something like this to happen these last couple games, and it just hasn't been clicking. I'm guessing now they finally figured out we need to start winning games, and yeah,
it's definitely time to start winning. Because if you look at the playoff picture here, you got the Bengals down here, 4-6. You got your boys there, Dolphins. So 6 losses, right? 7 seed only has 5 losses, and it's the Broncos. Like, are we trusting the Broncos going to ring off, 10, 11 wins? No, I'm not trusting the Broncos to do that. So
look. With the Broncos, though, I've been saying that since we've been seeing them win games, and some way, somehow, they find a way to prove me wrong, and they're winning games. And with all these other teams, if you can't win games, you ain't gonna be in the playoffs. Like it's literally that simple.
Hey, it's all about the schedule, right? Like with the Broncos, I mean, you got division fight with the Raiders. You never know what happens with that. Browns, Colts, Chargers. That's the before Christmas there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Broncos. These are some winnable games.
Right.
To your point with the Broncos, they got some winnable games here. It's not like an open and shut thing that they're going to just fall off. Immediately.
And sometimes it really is that easy. Sometimes you just have to keep winning, And if you pick the right team, that are slacking off. I mean, in other words, you don't want to sleep on the Broncos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I know I was sleeping on him earlier this year, and I was like, okay, rookie quarterback Bo Nix, who I did see most of his career in college with Oregon. He had a really, he played like 5 seasons for the Oregon Ducks. So Bo Nix, he's got a lot of reps. So he's probably like old, but he's like probably 25 or something like that. And so he's in the league, and you got the coaching. Sean Payton, Super Bowl winning coach, so he knows what it takes. He knows what he wants his quarterback to do, right?
Yeah.
Broncos has a pretty decent defense as well too. So the Broncos have some kind of formula. We talk about these formulas of winning. They have it, but again, if I'm the Colts, your Dolphins, Bengals, no one want to look at the Jets here. I got 6 losses. Broncos has 5. I still like my chances, Carlos, is what I'm saying. If I'm on the bubble, I like my chances. Oh, the Broncos, that's the team that I got to catch? Hey,
The Dolphins are like, the team we put up 50 points on. Okay, yeah, that's good. We can do that again.
I'm just saying. So it'll be very interesting to see what, and my point with that was saying the Bengals are only a loss behind the Broncos, for AFC 7 seed. And again, we're still before Thanksgiving. Like, we still can't really define where everybody's at. But the Bengals, they find a way to win this game. They got to be feeling good. Like, we just a loss behind. We can keep pace.
Yeah.
With these Broncos.
Now, would you say, though, if, Bengals come back, win the game, now that question we had earlier, do we start questioning the Chargers at that point?
I guess my thing with the Chargers is that they, again, we always talk about formulas. They know, like, hey, we can't get in a shootout. like,
Right, yeah.
And now they're getting in the shootout. It's like, okay, there's maybe a game the Chargers will lose because you got them in a shootout now. Justin Herbert saying, I was saying how great he's been playing this year, but he ain't got no weapons at all.
Yeah.
And so you'd rather this game be like 21 points and under. You got it up here. Someone's about to break 30, and I put my money on the Bengals to do that, right? Yeah. In a game like this. Now, speaking of the Bengals, again, it's all about your schedule at the end of the day. You got these Steelers. You got the Cowboys, which is a win. Titans, a win.
Yeah.
The division against the Browns, and then going past Christmas week, you got the Broncos. So it's like the Bengals. If you win about 3 of the 4 games coming up, first you got to win this game.
Yeah.
You can't get too ahead of this. But then if you win a couple more, then you can face these Broncos head to head to make sure you have that playoff seeding. So it's all about scheduling, y'all. That's what it comes down to. So we'll see. Right now, let's see, the Chargers got the ball. We'll kind of keep an eye on this game in the fourth quarter here because.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Bengals are going into a bye after this week, right?
Let's see. I just had their schedule up there. After this, they're off. Yeah, they have an off week. Yeah.
That's a good momentum change for them, going into a bye with a nice win, a comeback win, and then you get yourself ready for those next games coming up. So, but yeah, they definitely need to win this game though to make a run.
Throw it up there. First things first. You gotta win because if you lose this game, then you're saying, okay, instead of feeling good after your bye week, now you're saying like, damn, I lost this game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
Bye week. Now I gotta play the division leading Steelers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of saying like, yo, we had this crazy come from behind game and bye week, and now we get to take on the Steelers. Right? It's like a different energy.
Yeah.
With that, and that's pretty wild. We're gonna keep an eye on this game here because I don't want to go too further without.
I got it propped up right here.
So in the chat, we're here live. Make sure y'all got the game pulled up. We're gonna see what happens. 12 minutes left in the fourth. Chargers have got to get some kind of points. That's what I'm saying. Man.
Yeah, see, running backwards like that, you can't do that. You can't. You might as well sit down with the ball.
If I'm Jim Harbaugh, which obviously he's an accomplished coach, obviously won on a collegiate level, the national championship, contended for Super Bowls on the pro, so he knows the extent of this team. This is danger zone right now. We got to generate points, and we really don't normally do that at a high clip. You got this backwards throw. Well, they call it.
It's a block. It was a block.
Yeah. Like it wasn't like a screen. It was like a forward pass.
Yeah.
So, depending on everyone's feed, we'll probably be at different seconds here with this game. But 3rd and 10. You don't have that go-to guy for the Chargers, but you traded away Keenan Allen, Gerald Gabbert. He jumped the snap. Oh, because that was like, bro, he was like, that was awesome.
Is that an automatic first? That's huge for them. That's an automatic.
Neutral zone professional 5 yards.
Oh, 5, yeah.
I mean, he was like right there for the handoff. Shout out to everyone watching this again on X Twitter, on the SYL ABDUL Sports account, Carlos account, the YouTube channels as well. We watching this game live. Like, we're thinking the fourth quarter, man, so we got to pay attention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like these games like Herbert.
My goodness!
It's about your weapons, right? It's like This is what I was saying with Herbert. Like, is he him? That's what I was talking about with Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield. Like this group of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Are you him, bro? Like, are you? Because
seeing right now who he's throwing to, I would have to say yes.
He don't have the weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't put Herbert down in this level because Herbert made it to a Super Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry, not Herbert. Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Made it to a Super Bowl. So it's like, I know people question Hurts' ball security and stuff, but it's like, I don't put him down to like this level here. But
yeah.
Herbert, hey, can you deliver us home, bro? I haven't seen him do it yet. Just like Trevor Lawrence. I haven't seen y'all do this, bro.
Whoa. Listen. We shouldn't have even brought up Trevor Lawrence because I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Is he even playing football anymore? Like, jeez Louise, what's going on with the Jaguars? I do have a question. If I know you don't put him in the same class, but if you were to take out Herbert and put him on a team with a Brown and you know these different weapons, do you think he's gonna actually show up or?
So you're saying basically let's trade Herbert for Jalen Hurts
right now? Yeah.
Right?
If we were to do that, yeah.
You put Hurts on Chargers, Herbert on Eagles.
Yeah.
I think Herbert would be dealing, for sure, with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, again, all the weapons we're talking about, Saquon Barkley. Now, on the flip side, Jalen Hurts, you put him on this team with the Chargers, Jalen Hurts runs the ball effectively.
Yeah, that is true.
He gets his first downs, he moves the ball. So, if you have this style that the Chargers play, I think Jalen Hurts will fit perfectly, actually. I think he will fit perfectly what they're doing. Herbert, he would be like Hall of Fame instantly with the Eagles roster for sure.
Yeah. So like, would you see Herbert making the same mistakes that Jalen is making? Hurts is making with what he got with the Eagles now. Sometimes he gets into that funk to where he doesn't make the same receptions. He doesn't stuff like that. Do you think Herbert is on that type of level to where he can be, in other words, better than what Jalen is doing, what Hurts is doing? I keep calling him Jalen, but
I wouldn't say that because again, I haven't seen Herbert even when he had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. He's had some weapons.
Right.
I haven't seen him be like, yo, deliver us this drive, like. Be the man this drive. And I'm just saying, all the games I've seen, I mean, when Herbert made the playoffs, they lost a double-digit lead, and he lost the playoff game. Burrow goes deep on my end. And
intercepted!
Oh.
Flag on the play.
What's the flag? Oh, did he get hit late?
Yeah, he got hit.
No,
personal foul, roughing. Come on, man.
That's killer.
Hey, Mr. J. You were talking about the refs earlier. I don't know. I think the Bengals are getting a little help.
That's killer, bro.
Oh, that was like, you can't stop that. How is that roughing the passer?
And he's protecting these quarterbacks. He's in there crying. Oh, man, that's rough. That's rough stuff.
At that point, the defender was kind of defenseless. He couldn't really do anything at that point. He was going head first, into him. I don't know. That's a tough call.
That's a tough call. You got him at the 50-yard line, Bengals. Get some kind of positive yards here. Hey, I think the Bengals, they're rolling downhill. I believe they're going to score. It's going to be a matter. We get to see the scenario I keep saying with Herbert.
Yeah.
We need you to make this drive. I know you don't have any weapons now. But I haven't seen you make this drive with weapons. So at the end of the day, again, this is my point with these quarterbacks. At the end of the day, you got to be that difference maker as a quarterback.
Get out of the situational aspect of things.
Hey, Lamar Jackson, he just got Zay Flowers, last year?
Yeah.
That's probably his best receiver he's ever had.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But Lamar's been putting up MVP numbers. Yeah, he hasn't won the Super Bowl. Who else won the Super Bowl except Patrick Mahomes the last 4 or 5 years, right? But I'm just saying, right? It's like we can't just count these rings. Like, but Lamar, I believe Lamar, even if he may not do it, I think he's more capable than a Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I would never put them on that same. And that's the thing. When you're talking about Lamar, you kind of have to put him on a different playing field. You can't compare him to a lot of these quarterbacks because Mahomes is one of them who wishes he could run like a Lamar Jackson. You know, like it's crazy.
Well, I think like.
We
got Burrow scrambling.
Okay.
Go and slide. I look at.
You sound like all the Dolphins fans when they see Tua run.
Your boy sitting there trying to tackle people with his helmet. Like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Man, I have come to realize that man does not care about his life. He just says it's over with.
What's crazy, I think, with football too, is like you almost gotta play like that to even get out there. You almost gotta like think like.
That one inkling, that one inkling of doubt is what could hurt you out there on that field. You're either gonna do it or you're not. So I do respect that aspect of him.
He's a baller. Tua, you see the team is instantly different with him back. So it's like that's why I said a couple weeks ago. I said let's stop the Tua slander first off because it was kind of crazy this past offseason.
Yeah,
like he's not even
but it always level
or something. But it's like you see the ultimate sign of an MVP. You take him off his team. How does your team look?
Howard, did you not just hear me say I was about to root for the Washington Commanders? Did you not hear me say that?
That earned all any doubt that Tua does he deserve to be? It's like no, he's a top tier quarterback in this league. I'm not putting him like, Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen level. I'm not putting him there. But, I put Burrow up there. I think Burrow's that good. But that next tier down, I would take a Tua before Justin Herbert.
Yeah, 100%.
I would personally.
100%.
I know Tua can make the throws. Now, if just the matchups ain't there, we've seen this against like the Chiefs and different playoff games. If they're just out schemed by the other team, it's nothing. Tua's not going to rescue you from that.
Yeah,
Lamar probably could, right? Lamar could run around and do that. Josh Allen probably. You see what I'm saying? That's just the difference.
So, that's like how we were saying. It's right now. There's a lot of these quarterbacks that they look great, but it's because of the situations that they're in. The situational quarterbacks, who is going to get out of this, be able to get out of the situation and make the difference? Is in other words what you're saying. So. The Josh Allen's, of course, that's like a walking Terminator, and then, you got Lamar.
Something special about Josh Allen, something special about Lamar, and again, Mahomes, he can make any throws. Mahomes can. But I think defenses, I'm going to talk about it more. The defenses have figured out Patrick Mahomes. They have to get back in the lab a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
It's crazy how much different.
Oh, did he make that?
Did he? Oh, he missed it. He missed it. Oh, Burrow is mad. You know he's mad. What I was gonna say was though the difference in the NFL when it comes to defense than it is in college. You definitely see an uptick, and how it's changing the game, the defensive side of the ball.
Right. No, for sure. I think, and again, this is a conversation. It's not the most sexy NFL conversation, but I know just like you, I look into parlays and stuff, FanDuel and all this stuff, and it's like you'd be surprised how much, like for the first 8 weeks of the season, how much the under has been winning for the quarterback numbers because. These defenses are stifling these outside of Lamar Jackson, which now he got stifled this week. These quarterbacks haven't been making their numbers, bro, regularly. You know what I'm saying? It's just been outliers of performances. And I've heard that now saying, oh, Mahomes sucks now. I know that's what Mr. J would say. It's like, no, Mahomes is still that dude. But these defenses are really figuring out these offenses right now. And You
Yeah,
know, only the best of the best are getting through it. Though. That's what I'm saying.
and that's also like another testament to get to the defense is we're all out here. At least I am. Especially with the Dolphins, we're blaming the linemen, but the linemen have to figure out who is actually coming because they have all these different schemes now on defense.
Yeah, exotic blitzes.
It's hard for the offensive linemen a lot of times to know what's going on unless you stick to your guns but even Mahomes is hitting the dirt a lot of times compared to how it was before the defense started doing that. So
Yeah, definitely, and that puts a premium on offensive lines. Now the Chiefs have a decent line. That's why Mahomes is still making plays.
yeah,
But you look at my Bears. We have a terrible offensive line, so we're getting exposed every week. You know what I'm saying? And so the Chargers has a decent line, and that may give them a chance in this game. But it's just the point we're saying these defenses are getting better, man. It's like it's not gonna be just 300 passing yards. If y'all really look at like y'all favorite team, like how many 300 passing yards? Because 3 years ago it was a given. 300 yards per team. You've seen it with the Dolphins. Two getting 300 yards like nothing. But this year something's different. It's just across the board for everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's been like that since the beginning of the season, and that kind of like. I guess I don't want to say it underrates them. Like they're kind of underrated, but we should start showing those quarterbacks who are getting those 300 yards in these type of defenses some more love because they're making it look easy out there.
A drop.
Oh yeah.
See, that's when you don't have those. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's hard for me to pounce on Herbert now. Like if he had a Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and these guys out there, then I'll be like, oh, he's missing throws. These boys dropped.
But he had him wide open.
These boys, did he throw it a little high? Yeah, but it touched your hands, bro.
Yeah, it's in your hands. That's number one rule. That's number one rule. And you have gloves on. And you got gloves on. You better catch that.
You got to catch it. Did he miss time to jump? That's on the receiver side. I don't blame Justin Herbert for that drop.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. 5 minutes left to go. You're getting back to Burrow and his super receivers.
Oh, what a stop.
I'm just saying, like, I think the money's going to be on the Bengals right now to score. I know they missed a field goal. I think they're going to drive out Joe Burrow. He's a proven quarterback. Again, he's made it to the Super Bowl before. He's beaten Mahomes.
I think in order for the Bengals to win, they need to actually score a touchdown. No field goal. It has to be a touchdown.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. They're going to need a touchdown there. 27 all. Live here with Night Views. We're doing it's a watch party, I guess, for the Bengals and Chargers.
Our first sports watch party.
Yeah, because hey, it's finally a worthy game. Like it hasn't been for a while, but this is one for Sunday night. Let's see. I think we touched on all the teams. Actually, I was going to touch on anyway. Outside of the games, we kind of highlighted. Is there another game you kind of want to throw since we have a commercial break here?
Yeah.
We talk about the Niners falling to the Seahawks, which is pretty big for that NFC West. That's a jumbo division there. What you got, Thomas?
I think we should touch on the Denver game because they blew out Atlanta, like disgustingly.
Okay. Give Denver some love here. And we talk about the Broncos on that. What we say is that's that 7th seed. He was like, don't sleep on them too much there. But again, I still think like when you get past Thanksgiving, I think the schedule's going to catch up with the Broncos. But this was a worthy opponent. The Falcons leading the NFC South.
Yeah. This for the last couple weeks, I haven't been wanting to do this, but after this week. I'm questioning Cousins. Like what's going on? I get it. You're on a new team. You're trying to figure things out. It's been a while. All right. Like we have a couple games under your belt now. Why aren't we winning games? What's going on? Like what are we missing? Are you still hurt? Or that's where I'm at with it right now.
Well, looking at the numbers, 18 to 27, pedestrian, 173 yards. no touchdowns, 1 interception. They ended up putting in a rookie, Michael Penix Jr. From Washington College, rookie. So it's like, are they kind of, do you need to see more to say, again, you're winning your division, NFC South. I still think Cousins is your starter, but I'll be kind of looking like, hey, can Penix do something a little different? Because we're not scoring like we thought we would.
So now here's also the other thing. I feel like, and this is kind of like a double-edged sword here. Yes, I am blaming Cousins where you've been at, but at that same notion, it's like y'all still had weapons before Cousins got there. Where's Bijan? Where's all these other players? Like somebody needs to step up. It can't just be Cousins. I don't think Cousins is that guy anymore who's just gonna put the team on his back and win.
Well, Cousins, he's going to operate when you have a team built, up around him, right?
The system.
So yeah, exactly. So Bijan Robinson, I mean, didn't get it going on the ground. Even their backup, obviously didn't do much. So I'm going to give more credit to the Broncos, saying this Broncos defense staffing them, because we've seen the Falcons do work. I'm not going to just say they're not good anymore. There's the Broncos put it on them, and they exposed the Falcons defense. Bo Nix, rookie quarterback, 28 of 33, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. This is his career game.
Russell should have listened to his coach.
Maybe that system would have worked, right? Now Russ, he's on a division, leading team right now, though. So he's not hurting too much, But you had it looks like Sean Payton was building something with the Broncos, and I think he just looked at it more like, Russ, this isn't Seattle Russ anymore. He's not going to scramble as much. Let's get a younger quarterback who's going to, get out there and run around too. Bo Nix runs as well. So I think it just wasn't a fit. I just think Sean Payton just didn't like Russell Wilson. He's like, I don't like this dude. I don't like talking to you. I don't
even like looking at you.
So he's like, let's get rid of this dude. Sean Payton, we still owe him $30 million. I don't care. Get rid of Russell. I don't like this dude. I don't like how he talks to people. I just don't like being around him. Just get rid of him. Let's get a younger guy that knows, like, hey, you got to learn. And that can happen, too. Like, some coaches, you don't want that veteran quarterback who won a Super Bowl without you, right? So what can you really tell Russell Wilson?
They would rather mold their own quarterback to run their system.
And it's no diss. Like, either way, it's just that if you're a Super Bowl, like Aaron Rodgers, he's won his Super Bowl. No one on the Jets can tell Aaron Rodgers anything. And they're losing the whole time. But it's like, what can you tell? How can you hype up Aaron Rodgers if you're on the Jets?
Do you want to go? You want to go hit some ayahuasca? That's how you get him going.
Now, to Sean Payton's credit, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. But again, Russell Wilson, as a veteran quarterback, you know how you won before.
Yeah.
And someone's telling you to do something different. He's like, I won doing it this way. So I'm not, you can't change to, certain people. So, hey, I think both teams won right now. The Broncos got their quarterback of the future. Russell Wilson's with, division leading Steelers, right?
Yeah.
So, I think both teams won. We got the Broncos on the drive here. Let's see. Let's throw them back up here. This ended up being a very interesting game. 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Bengals driving. Oh, man. Probably showing Chase earlier.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, this dude, I don't think there's no defense really could stop him. Like, if Burrow at a point, he really could just throw it up to him no matter what.
Yeah. It's crazy how, like, conversations like that you used to hear a lot of people have with Tyreek Hill, and with the downfall he's kind of had this season, how the conversation and like a lot of other receivers outshine that conversation. So you're starting to see more receivers come out. Obviously, Justin Jefferson and all that, but when Hill was at his peak. It's just nuts. It's just nuts how much that conversation shifted.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, Tyreek definitely. Tyreek, if you talking about like best receivers, because I just think Justin Jefferson, like, just
He's
all his
monster.
attributes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just everything he gives you, that speed
Yeah.
and the length and the catch radius and every, you know what I mean? Route running. And Tyreek Hill does that too. He's up there in that conversation. It's it's splitting hairs. And then, like I said, Jamar Chase is just as good. I think it's either of them.
Yeah.
Any given day. And it's been like that for probably the last 2 or 3 years. Like, I think those have been like just clearly the best receivers, in the league. People say Devontae Adams, and he had a couple good years with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Where's he at? Where's he at right now?
And when I say best receivers, like Justin Jefferson, he went through multiple quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's been putting up numbers. Tyreek Hill, people could say, oh, he downgraded to Tua, still doing numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you compare him to Mahomes.
Yeah. That's nuts, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shows you that great. I mean, one thing I not when people talk about all-time greats, they say, oh, who's better, Randy Moss or Terrell Owens? I always say Terrell Owens because all the quarterbacks he played with, he put up numbers. Moss, yes, is really that good, but if Mr. Jason in the chat, he went to the Raiders and he kind of disappeared. Yeah, it's like Terrell Owens went to the Buffalo Bills. Like, I don't know who the quarterback was when he went there. He played with the Bengals. He played with T.O. put up numbers, 1,000 yards seasons every single year.
He played with Tampa at one point too, right?
T.O.? I don't think T.O. did, no. I don't think T.O. played with Tampa.
I don't know why I remember that. I'm probably confusing him.
But he's been with several teams. I mean, T.O.'s had so many different quarterbacks. He's always put up numbers. I love both of the receivers. Randy Moss is a freak of nature. When he came in the league, that was like a fun time to watch football when Randy Moss first came in. But T.O.'s been doing it, bro. So my point is that if you're that good of a receiver, no matter your circumstances, you're going to put up numbers. That's the point.
Yeah.
See, 4th down for the Bengals. Are we doing another field goal here?
He dropped that. You can't drop that, Chase. After all the praise we were just giving you right now,
you're definitely 1B now.
You're under, Tariq.
I'll say 1A, 1B. You're definitely not at 1A. You're definitely not 1A.
You're like a 1AB minus. What are we doing? Yeah. Games on the line. He better not miss this free throw.
Yeah, it's like this is
He missed it again.
Oh, he hooked it.
He missed it again.
Oh no!
He missed it. Yo, the Chargers gotta win this. Like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Wow. Herbert, run it in yourself if you need to at this point.
And if they show that replay, he kind of waited an extra split second.
Yeah.
I just saw it like in real time. I was like, he paused
he miscalculated the motion.
Oh, goodness, man. I mean,
what is up with that coach's face? It's the same face every time.
That is the Bengals season. Like,
yes.
They lose this game like this. We've seen how tough losses can affect. They affected my Bears.
And you're going into a bye. You're going into a bye after this.
And after the bye, you play the Pittsburgh Steelers, first place. So this is the Bengals season. That's tough, man.
What's up with all these field goal kickers missing these field goals, man?
It's been a tough year for field goals.
Yeah, man.
It's been a pretty tough year. Not just the block. Blocks is one thing, but people are missing several field goals in one game. Oh, that was almost a pick six. But
my heart stopped first. I was like, what are we doing?
And see, this is the thing when field goal kickers miss. It's like it's easy to get mad at the kicker, but it's like, bro, like, you couldn't move the ball. That's why we're kicking a field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not only that, like I've literally been standing here waiting for y'all to let me kick a ball, and like it's all on the line right now.
I say more like if the kicker misses, like it's your fault that it came down to a kicker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You couldn't move the ball. Are you mad at me?
Well, yeah, but he also can't be missing field the extra point.
He definitely has to make it. But it's just it's a team game. That's my point. It's like the kicker's only out there because you got the fourth down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no way, they turned the ball over.
No, it should be a punt. That was third down.
Yeah, they're gonna kick it back to the Bengals.
Punt,
the Bengals have no excuse at this point. Like, what's going on?
But again, Justin Herbert, hey, he's had a lot of drops. That's unfortunate. But you gotta know which receiver has baby hands, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know how to throw it to these,
Let's say they get stopped. They get stopped here, right? Are you kicking a field goal again, or are you going for it on that fourth down?
You have to. You have to kick it. You can't, because you're still kind of coaching that field goal kicker. Like, you gotta be like, bro, we still trust you, bro. Even if you don't, you gotta be like, bro, we still trust you, bro. You know what I'm
saying? That's rough. That's rough. I think I'll have to be like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. we going for it.
You're crushing him. Like,
hey.
He's out there to kick field goals, man.
Ridiculous. Wasn't it Bill Belichick one time? He literally he fired the field goal kicker. Yeah.
Then he just stopped kicking field. It's a flag.
I think Burrow said, I'm not throwing it to none of y'all. I'm just gonna run it in myself.
I mean, Burrow at this point, man, it's like he's made the drives to get you in scoring runs, right? Multiple times. So it's like, I believe he's gonna do it again, but will the kicker make it? That's the question. That's the only question right now to me. They're gonna move the ball. And
you can tell right now, though, the Chargers, they are in their heads when they get that ball. Because they're so undecisive on what they want to do. They want to throw, do they want to run? So they rush those 4 downs. That's why the Bengals keep getting the ball back.
Yeah, the Chargers, they just don't have the weapons. Like when it's winning time, who do you trust? Oh, money!
Oh.
Yeah. Jamar Chase beat double coverage.
Look at that.
And Burrow,
he knew it too.
Just a little bit.
Oh my God! Yeah, but you see, Burrow. Yeah, that Burrow can't be throwing. Oh, he can't be making them. Man, he gotta hit those, man.
The real though. that was a miss by Burrow. He don't normally miss stuff.
He's pissed.
He burned the corner and the safety.
He is mad though.
That was game.
Yeah, he was mad. Oh, I thought he picked that.
This is tough, man. This is tough. When you miss a throw like that, that just throws off the play calling.
You think Jamar's gonna stay?
I think they're gonna pay him. They have to pay him. I mean, you already paid Burrow. Chase is his college teammate, right? Like, they should have already paid him. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Like that they're not gonna pay T. Higgins though, for sure. He's not gonna be back. But you get another number 2. You can't get another Jamar Chase unless you get a Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson, right?
Right.
You gotta pay him. You gotta just bite the bullet and pay him.
If they don't pay him,
my goodness.
If he decides to leave, would it be crazy to say that he would try to go to Buffalo and be with Josh Allen?
I mean, it wouldn't be crazy. The Buffalo probably have the money for it now. They let Stephon Diggs go. They're going cheap. Now I think probably 3/4 of the league will want Jamar Chase if he.
Yeah. You're not wrong there.
On the open market, oh my goodness! Like, even if you have a number 1, you still want Jamar Chase, like, on your team.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that would be nuts if even the Vikings get him. What
crazy. I think like if he realistically gets him over, I still believe the Bengals will pay him. Like, but let's say if
yeah.
a crazy team that will go for him because just the way they spend money will be the Philadelphia Eagles. They would try to get Devontae. They would try to get him. Like, AJ Brown would be mad the whole time because he won't be getting the ball.
or if he shows up on the Ravens squad, I think that would be nuts too.
Ooh. But it's just the Ravens don't spend money on receivers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just a crazy spending model they have. All right. Justin Herbert's 45 seconds left with the ball. This could be the drive.
What are we doing? Oh, he's going
for it.
What a catch!
Oh, okay.
What a catch!
You got the catch. They're midfield, 35 seconds and counting.
Call a timeout, do something.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what's going on? Call a timeout. I'm about to say,
what's going on? The clock is running.
Man, it's hard to win the NFL, man. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
Like, things really gotta fall your way. Like, you gotta put in the work, but it's like it is hard to win. Good catch. That's a rookie receiver right there.
Yeah. He's the one that missed that big catch earlier.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go back. You gotta keep trusting him, man. Like, even if you don't really trust him, you gotta be like, okay, I'm gonna throw it to you again. Yeah.
Unless if you're the kicker, don't trust the kicker.
No, you gotta trust the kicker. Hey, the only way we can make it, you gotta kick it. Oh man. Hey, like I said, this is gonna be a good defining drive for Justin Herbert, man. That's what he needs.
Oh, you see, yeah, you don't want those short throws, man. You don't want that.
This felt like overtime. To me. I don't
Listen,
if
the Chargers don't score, like, how many more chances do they need?
I mean, they haven't scored since halftime, right?
Yeah, they've got the ball back at least 4 times towards the end of the game here.
That's tough, man. All right, go back to the rookie. That's the only person that's been catching it.
Yeah.
Over the rookie. Do it up.
There he goes. You see, Sil, we need to coach a team, Sil. We need to coach a team. That's what I'm saying, bro.
26 seconds left. I think they're near field goal range. Oh, yeah.
That was perfect. You let him outside. He caught the ball. It was beautiful.
That was a great route.
If you're the Bengals, where's the defense? Like, what was that? Wide open is nuts.
I mean, that was a great route, though. That whole scheme, 2 receivers right there. He split out. You're pretty much in field goal range now.
Do you kick it now, or do you try to throw a bomb?
No, definitely try to get closer. My Bears didn't understand that. You try to get as much yardage as you can, just in case something happens. Do you got a timeout left? Good job by Herbert hanging in there. He found his guy. I mean, this is his new go-to guy, this rookie right here. Because no one else is making plays.
McConkey.
Yeah.
That's huge for him, though, because he came back from an injury not so long ago. That's huge for him.
Big numbers there, 6 for 123 yards. Herbert, not the best completion percentage, but he's hanging in there making some throws.
26 seconds left is nuts.
Man.
Okay,
Dobbins, stand down.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. All right, it's been fun, Bengals. See y'all next year.
Season over.
What?
Wow.
What?
That was a complete breakdown on defense and
What? Seeing it change here on the stream too is crazy live. That is nuts.
That's crazy. J.K. Dobbins with the run, well, like a 30-yard run for a touchdown. Defensive breakdown, man. That losing teams lose.
And that's how you make a field goal, guys. That's how you do it. I will trust that kicker.
You just realize, like, just the team overall, like, you can't get blown off the ball like this for this type of run. Missed tackles. I mean, that's why you have a losing record.
Now, does this bump up Herbert in the conversation now?
No, I still don't think it does. I think Herbert's learning to make some good, clutch throws. I'm glad he found McConkey.
Hey.
So we'll see. I still don't trust Herbert.
Still did not hold back on that. He said, "Hell nah."
No, I still don't trust Herbert. No. This was his team helped him out. His team stepped up. Rookie receiver, he has a career day today. Good run by Dobbins. Breakdown on defense. Like, that wasn't Herbert. You know what I'm saying? No diss on Herbert. It's just I can't say, oh, you did that. Hey, he didn't mess up, so good job. 18 seconds.
What's Barrow gonna do? What?
One timeout. I don't see.
I mean, this season we've seen weirder things. We thought the Chiefs were gonna lose the other day, and they blocked the field goal.
Yeah, crazy stuff happens, man. I mean, I don't know if they have like a 70-yard play, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Burrow steps up. Oh, timeout. So they're setting up for a Hail Mary. Or then they do one more throw to set up the Hail Mary.
What is this game right now? You see, like, it looks like Burrow can barely, like, he's like hurting making that throw, man.
Tough throw. I mean,
Yeah,
you're past the midfield. Oof. 10 seconds left. You have a chance to do like one more throw to set up the Hail Mary. And it won't be like a straight up Hail Mary. It'll be like an actual throw for the end zone.
Yeah. Listen, if they manage to pull this off, that would be crazy.
It's almost like they have like plays for this scenario. Like, this goes on coaching too. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, if I'm there, I'll go right in the middle there between the 20 and 30s.
Yeah.
Towards the sideline. Eat up some more yards, and then one more shot for the end zone with Jamar Chase. Oh. I wish they didn't go as deep like that. I didn't like that call.
Yeah.
Now you got to just leave it up to the end zone.
It made him hold the ball way too long as well for that throw.
Yeah, that wasn't a good call right there. Double cover Jamar Chase.
And he's freaking getting destroyed.
If it was like in the end zone, it was like, okay, throw it up to him.
Yeah.
All right, it's the final play of the game. We got a timeout by the Chargers. Okay, they're delaying the ending. Just don't tip it to the other team like my Bears did. Like, here, guy. Oh, man.
You got 3 seconds left.
That's crazy.
I got to say, this has been one of the better Sunday night footballs that we've had in the last couple of weeks.
No, for sure. This A lot of these Sunday night games have been unwatchable after halftime.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good. All right, Burrow sees something in the defense. I don't know what he sees in a Hail Mary, but he sees something in the defense. This is it. He throws it. He has the arm for it. This is making it to the end zone. Oh, T. Higgins got destroyed.
Hey, Chargers got very lucky there. That was it got there. It was in his hands. He just dropped it.
He got cracked.
Well, that too.
Tough loss. Yeah. Tough loss for the Bengals. That's kind of how the season goes for them. With 7 losses already.
Like that, it's over.
They got more division games like that. I would say the Bengals. I don't see them making the playoffs. Too many losses before Thanksgiving. Way too many losses.
Yeah. If I was the Bengals, I'll focus on, first of all, paying Jamar Chase, and secondly, letting Burrow get healthy again. Because you could tell he's not healthy. He's hurting, man.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, man. But that's the game. The Chargers over the Bengals. So let's kind of briefly look. Just for the sake of time, I'm actually going to kind of wind down here, but because we actually ended up having a game that we commentated over. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. I would have had other topics and stuff, but the Chargers right now with this win, when it updates, I think it updated now. Yeah, it should be 7-3 for the Chargers. Just was it a game behind? Was it a game behind the Chiefs? How they do it? I think that's how they count it. Yeah. Anyway, 2 losses behind the Chiefs. The very beatable Chiefs now. I feel personally. Now the Chiefs have already beaten the Chargers in a close game earlier this year, so the Chargers has another game against the Chiefs. I don't see the Chargers winning the division, Carlos, but so maybe it's really about the playoff seeding. So let me jump over here. You got them right there, outside of division leaders. So you got Chargers, Ravens. They're in a good spot right here. Chargers are so 7-3.
Yeah, they're chilling right now. They'll definitely make some noise this playoff season. They're comfortable, and this win, all it does is fuel them up a little bit more as well. So,
yeah. Hey, interesting. I mean, like I said, the Bengals, they showed some explosiveness in the second half that we expected. So good on the Chargers, kind of withstanding that, right? If a team comes back crazy like that, it's easy to be like, we lost. It's over.
Facts. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. So, hey, Herbert made plays. I'm not saying like he can't make plays. He found McConkey, so now, his name's kind of getting on the map a little bit, rookie receiver. And good team win by the Chargers, man. You withstood a crazy comeback attempt.
Yep. No, I agree 100%, man. This as a quarterback that wants to be in those conversations, this was a good win for Herbert as well. And like you're saying, putting McConkey on the map, man.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Like, for Herbert, it at least says like, you want to get on that map. He's probably not there yet, but this win helps the perception. Now, Chargers schedule going to, from now, Thanksgiving and Christmas, at the Ravens game next week, Monday Night Football. Pretty big game right there. But again, with their seeding with the Chargers, you're in a good spot because you're going to take a couple more losses. So you could be like an 11-win team. I can see them winning like 11 games. So you got the Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs, Bucks, Broncos Christmas week. Hey, I mean, the Chargers, they're a competitive team, right? So I think they can even beat the Chiefs, to be quite in the next game they play them. I think they can get a win on them. I feel.
Yeah, for sure. And now it's like you're saying, this is the first time the Chiefs have lost. So they kind of have to. They haven't been in this territory yet this season, so they have to figure out how to lick their wounds and be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So
So we'll see. I mean, Chargers, like I said, they're positioned pretty good. Good win, primetime win. Herbert wasn't the reason like he didn't throw the game away. So he still survived in my eyes.
yeah.
Herbert.
He
So
made a name for
interesting
him.
stuff.
He made a play for himself here. So he just has to keep it up. He just got to keep it up. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But that was interesting. Now it was kind of nice for a change to get a decent game to kind of
Yeah.
highlight during the stream. But we're going to close this one down. Normally, these games are out of hand, so we kind of go into other sports and stuff as well too. So if y'all catching the show for the first time, we do touch on other sports when we have the time to do it. But hey, like I said, that was nice. That was a nice watch along there for Sunday night football. Now, coming for the platform again, Night Views is every Sunday around 9 or 10. Sunday, it just depends on the schedule there. But we try to recap the NFL week, the interesting storylines, and hey, if we get a good watch along like this, we'll just kind of lock in on the game. But catch us every Sunday again, evenings during the football season. We got the YouTube channels, the Twitter handles. Again, appreciate y'all support and the viewership on these Sundays, man. Carlos, what's coming up for you, man?
So tomorrow I actually am live streaming. I got a basketball game that I'm playing in the basketball league. We got our Monday night game at 8 o'clock on my Twitch channel, Real Talk Productions. And then I started a new show last week. As you see, I got the Power Rangers behind me up here with Taladia Plays. We're going through all the seasons of Power Rangers, talking all things Power Rangers, and we're also doing the whole watch along on my Twitch. We did season 1, episode 1 last Thursday. It'll be every Thursday around 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So just follow me on Twitter, and yeah, I'll keep you updated on what's coming and stuff. So
Awesome stuff. Again, if you're on YouTube, you'll see his links in the description as well. And like I said, he does that content on Twitter as well. So definitely appreciate everyone checking this out. Again, we always have a pretty good audience every Sunday, which is pretty cool,
yes,
especially
sir.
on the Twitter side. And hey, we had a game. So definitely on our respective platforms. At times, Carlos does reactions and stuff, and I try to do some clips when I get a chance on Twitter, depending on the sport, sporting events. So a lot of content to come, sports wise. And most people that found this channel, you'll probably know about the geek stuff I do. So you already know we're still rocking out over there. But interesting updates coming on the DC side. Going into December, CCXP, we'll talk all about that over there. But
Heck
fun
yeah.
times, fun times. So again, appreciate it again. SYL ABDUL here. Joined by C-LOS, Night Views. See you next
Yes,
Sunday.
sir.